Romantic Killer starts Azune Hazune needs only three things in her life: video games, chocolate, and her beloved cat. Unlike other high school girls, Azune has no time for or interest in romance, but as she begins playing a poorly programmed 303 otome game, a bizarre flying wizard named Riri emerges from the screen called Azune Subject 1, the first person who experienced a dating harem storyline in real life. Despite Azune's furious protests, Riri confiscates her favorite things to force her to focus on love. Riri orchestrates a series of unlucky events in romance cliches, leads her to meet Tatsu Katsui, one of the most attractive boys in her school. Still unraised, Adame is adamant about risking Takuso's charms. All the ridiculous fabric scenarios help Azune warns Taku's pleasant nature. Riri throws other stereotypical pretty boys away, and avoiding romance quickly becomes almost impossible. This anime has about 12 episodes, aired October 27th of 2022, based off a manga series. It is comedy, romance, supernatural. Themes are parody, romance, harem. Each episode 26 minutes, and rated PG-13. Let's get started into the review. We are back with another anime review, and we are watching Romance Killer. Now, with this one, it's kind of piqued my interest because normally when you see a reverse harem, it's always the girls who are happy to have their reverse harem aspect and trope. This is not the case. The girl is like, I don't want nothing to do with romance. And you can see from her expression that she literally wants nothing to do with romance, which is kind of funny because she's like, I just need chocolate, games, and that's it. And her cat. And I'm just like, girl, that's a move I've ever seen anyone. And she's like, was very upset that this animated would have just popped into her room to destroy her peaceful routine of just eating chocolate, playing video games, and playing with her cat. That's all she needs. And she has no interest or time for romance. So I'm just like, And you think if this wizard is forcing her to relive an otome game, you always have three particular characters in a romance otome game, especially in a reverse harem like this. You have the tsundere, childhood friend, and the narcissistic male, and then you also always some type of special route. But this is flipped on its head when she plays a poorly bad 3D otome game at that. And now she's forced to live out one scenario in real life, and this could be the worst day of her entire life. As you see the mood that she's expressing here, I feel like she wants to either yeet Riri, the wizard that's flying around next to her, or do something to him because she's like, you ruined my day. Or, in this case, her life. And while she is trying her best to avoid the romance that she's been thrown into, along with Rose Ham that she's Maxa thrown into between these two potential love interests that she obviously wants no part in whatsoever. And I mean, look at them. They're all nervous. They're like, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to say. They're all very awkward. And truth be told, this is a perfect scenario of defying all those lovely reverse harem tropes that we are so lovely given in anime, where it's the main MC is a girl or it's a guy. And everything ends up going just a little bit crazy, but not a little. I mean, like a lot, because just depending on how the girls and the guys act in this trope. And like, besides being placed in like cliche scenarios, like overall, the three guys that are placed in her picking category, like they all seem interesting in their own right, but you have to figure out which character, not which character, but which male will suit her best, especially since she said in the beginning that she wanted nothing to do with romance whatsoever. But it's kind of intriguing how she's kind of being forced to try it and get out of her comfort zone, and it's reverting back to her shell of just playing video games and eating chocolate for the rest of her life. And I think, it's a good thing to like do a little different twist on the harem genre, and I think this is a good anime to show it for that. So you're looking for a really interesting twist on the romantic narrative, then this anime is definitely for you. But to wrap up my final thoughts on this anime, I think it actually was a pretty good concept. A new rom-com that focused very heavily on the calm aspect of it. And I think, besides their, very expressive art style, the characters, and just throwing a jab at the dating sims game, I think is pretty funny. I think it's an interesting comedy anime that was quite entertaining. I thoroughly enjoyed it a lot. So definitely check out Romantic Killer if you haven't already. It's also on Netflix if you can't watch it on any other platform, but it's definitely on Netflix. Definitely check it out. I give this anime definitely, it's like a good one on my list, like an 8.7 on my list, but definitely check it out if you haven't already, and let me know down in the comments below what anime you want me to review next, and I'll see you soon for another anime review. Until then, bye!